episode of The Profile. I'm Gary Dunn, and in the hot seat tonight is Mr. Gerard Maunick.
How you doing?
You're the only person I've had on the show who's got two first names.
Oh,
How are you, sir?
how are you?
So nice to have you on here, Gerard.
It's a pleasure.
I've been a huge fan of yours for years. I'm going to start with, where were you born?
Well, I was born in Port Louis, Mauritius, and I was born at home. My mum had me. The midwife came. Why I'm mentioning that is because my mum always told me, you know, when you were born, the radio was on, and there was a song on the radio that was playing. It's called Sur la mer calmée, which is an extract from Madame Butterfly by Puccini.
Wow.
So that was the song that was played when actually entered the world.
There's a lot of Mauritians and musicians around in Perth as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I know Veronica down in Vibrations in Bunbury, and it's got a connection to...
I haven't had the opportunity to meet. No, I don't know.
Yeah, no worries.
But I know there's quite a few.
Yep. So, what instruments do you play?
I play guitar.
Yep. And you do a bit of singing.
Yes, I do a bit of singing as well.
You're skimping out on me. So what was that light bulb moment for you? Obviously, you're listening to the radio when you were born.
Yeah.
But that you decided you were going to be a musician, play guitar, write songs.
Well, it's pretty hard to say because I come from a supposedly musical family. One of my sisters was a mezzo-soprano.
All right.
The other one was an alto-soprano. I got another brother who was a tenor. Another one was a baritone. They all did operas and operettes. So there was a lot of music going on in the house, you know, when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm the last one.
Yeah, you're the
Of
baby.
the family, yeah.
So what year did you come to Perth?
I think it was in 1970.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you started playing then, or what was the first year you started playing?
I think I started playing a year after.
Yeah.
Because I came to Australia thinking that I'm going to have a regular job and don't worry too much about the music. This is just like a part-time sort of hobby, you know, there's some like a passionate thing, you know. But when I came to Australia, and then I realized how much I missed playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also at the time, I just could not get a job because I wasn't really qualified to do anything else. So I applied I saw an ad in the paper and they wanted a guitar player that can sing. So I went for it.
Was that a band called The Midgets?
No, that was the band called the Turbulence.
Okay. Yep.
It was really strange because there was a nightclub in Perth at the time called the Red Garter.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it. And when I went for my audition, the drummer, Gordon Parson, and Ron MacDonald, the keyboard player, we came from Mark IV, I think.
Right, yeah.
They really liked me, but they kind of hesitated to employ me because they thought I was too shy for the gig.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't realize that the Red Garter was frequented by gangsters.
Yeah.
There was a gay scene going on. There was a lot of prostitutes, and you know, they say, "Hey man, this guy's not gonna stay," you know. But they gave me the benefit of the doubt, and yeah.
How long did that band go for?
Well, I kind of left the band about 6 to 7 months after.
Yeah.
Because then I started to get sort of acquainted with the music scene, you know, kind of meeting musicians. Yeah. And Ron, the keyboard player, and myself, we decided, hey man, let's form a band, you know, and like a serious band, you know. So we tried to do that, and that didn't last very long as well.
What was that band called?
That one was Charisma.
Right, yeah.
It didn't last very long. So and then I packed up and went to Port Hedland.
Okay, yeah. So we skipped the midgets. What? It's got midgets early 60s, is that?
Yeah. That was the first band I ever played
Yeah.
with. The average age of the guys in the band was probably about 11 to 13 years old. So that's why we call ourselves the
Yeah,
midgets.
because you're
Yeah.
challenged in the height department.
Yes.
Yes.
I was playing drums then.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So what made you switch from drums to guitar? What?
Well, same
Lack of
thing.
girls?
No, same thing with the midgets. I kind of had to leave the midgets because my parents want me to concentrate more
Okay.
on you know,
Getting
schooling
a job
and
having
education,
money.
yeah, you know, and things like that. So I started to form a little band, and I got these players, you know, they were incredible, but they didn't go to school,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Yeah.
and we were very good, I thought, and to the point where we were offered this chance to play in this nightclub, you know. So those two guys went, and my parents said, "No, you're not," you know. And as it happened, so I was left with a guitar.
Yeah.
That's when I started playing guitar.
So you just taught yourself to play?
Yes,
And
yes.
great, fantastic. So you moved to Port Hedland. What year was that? And
I think I moved to Port Hedland in about 1972,
Yeah.
73, maybe 72.
yeah.
Hmm.
And you formed bands there, or what?
No, there was a drummer called Clayton Black. You know, he had a bass player from Port Hedland who was in Port Hedland. Said, "Well, look, man, we need a drummer and we need a guitar player that can sing. Do you know anybody?" So Clayton approached me, and we left.
Yeah.
We that was pretty good because we had a three-piece band over there, and we did absolutely anything we wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, it was more like a music education.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, we even sort of started writing songs as well. You know, which was great.
Yeah. So after Port Hedland, you moved back to Perth, or?
Yeah, I moved back to Perth and I joined a show band.
Yeah. What was the name of that band?
The Rainbow Rock Company.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Dianella Hotel.
Yes.
I think I saw you there.
Yes, I was one of the original members from
Wow.
Rainbow Rock. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a big piece. A lot of.
Yes. As I said, it
remember.
was a show band. You know,
Yeah.
it was like Nigel Van Ross, Tony
Yes.
Tyler, Elvis, and Dave Skews.
Yeah, Dave Skew's keys. Yeah.
Keyboards. Yeah.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard for a while.
Yeah.
And how long did that go for? What?
Well, that went on for quite a while, but I started meeting more musicians.
Yeah.
And I was very interested in the funk at the time. And I met this bass player that just came to Perth, Harris Campbell, you know.
All right. Yeah.
And I went, whoa. And to me, he was like the master of what he was doing, you know. I've listened to a lot of people on records which I consider the masters, and then you play with musicians and you know that some of them are very good, but to be actually meeting somebody that, hey man, this guy is just as good as the records,
Yeah.
sort of thing, you know, that was a big experience for me, you know.
So after that, where did you move on to from there?
Move on to, I kind of followed Harris, you know, I joined Healing Force.
All right.
Healing Force with Lindsay Wells and Glenn Walsh,
Yeah.
you know. But it wasn't the Healing Force that came out of Melbourne, you know. Lindsay wanted to keep the name, but it was more like a funk cover band, you know.
Yeah. Great players. Glenn, Lindsay.
Yeah.
So what was your biggest influence then, music-wise, for you, in an artist sense or a band?
Well, it's pretty hard to say. To me, just about everything that I've heard, whether it was on record or whether it was on the radio,
Yeah.
they all kind of meant a lot to me, whether it was bossa nova tunes or whether it was the Cream,
Yeah.
whether it was the Beatles or the Shadows. They all had so many different things that they were bringing to the table, so to speak,
So obviously, when I first met you, Dreadlocks. Obviously, they've all gone.
Yes, yes.
So reggae was obviously a big favourite of yours as well at times.
Well, yeah, the Dreadlocks wasn't because of the reggae thing, The Dreadlocks was like, I remember I was touring in Germany. I was backing an artist from the Seychelles in Germany, and I met a lot of guys from Seychelles with dreadlocks, and they were pretty cool guys, and they said, "Oh yeah, man, I think I'm gonna have dreadlocks." But I always said to myself, "Well, I must have a reason to have dreadlocks, because I'm not a Rasta guy, Yes, I love the reggae, but I love other stuff as well." So to me, having dreadlocks was like trying to make a statement of trying to be in touch with your roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how you stood out as well, I think.
Yeah.
So when did you lose them?
I lost them last year.
Yeah.
Last year I lost them.
Okay. No worries. So you talk about touring. So you've played in Ireland, Germany. You've supported Deep Purple. Can you give me a essence of what that experience was like, and what the scene was like over there? And
I just love Europe. It's just over there. It's just so different from Perth. Over there, when you go and play, whether you're playing in a little tavern or in a big venue, you're guaranteed that people is going to come and listen to you.
Yeah.
Whereas,
do you think they appreciate music more there than what people appreciate music
I
here?
think so. I think so. Yeah.
I haven't played in Europe, so
yeah. Well, for an example, like which I saw on television, going back 20 years ago, you have a big stadium in Europe, right? And you've got a really heavy band playing or something. And then some guy, some tenor player, or some tenor singer, from Italy would come on with an orchestra.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, it'll be Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
And then you have a band like the Police or something that would come on. So I said, well, this doesn't exist in Perth, where you have like, in Perth, it's like, well, you got the blues scene, you got the...
There's such a mixture in one.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe the mixture in one venue and absorbed by so many people.
So did you just join bands that were formed, or did you go to different countries or meet different people to play with? Or
no, in Europe, I just I played on my own name, I did back a few, like I mentioned before, I went to Germany to back somebody from the Seychelles, but then we went to Ireland, my wife Tina Simone and myself, we went there to play a few venues which was organised by some friends of ours over there in Ireland.
How is Tina?
Oh, she's fantastic. She's great.
She's a great girl.
Yeah.
Full of life. And
She keeps me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, I had about 3 months in a band after the night after at Cobbles with Tina.
Okay,
and just it's such a pleasure.
Yeah.
Upbeat.
Yeah, she always have some
Pocket
nice
rocket,
words
I used
to
to
say
call her.
about you.
Yeah, nice girl. So, how many albums have you done? So you obviously write a lot of your own music as well.
Yeah. I think the first album I had was in about 84.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've probably had about six 6 albums.
Yeah. Can you buy them anywhere? Are they for sale?
Good question.
Opportunity for market, ProCopy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I've got them through a couple of my albums through CD Babies, and
Okay,
I think they're there on sale somewhere, but I'm not.
No.
I'm not a very good businessman.
Okay. A lot of musicians aren't, so that's why they get managers. So you worked in a lot of different studios. Have you got a favourite studio that you worked in, or?
Well, the studio that impressed me the most was in England. I don't know if you heard of a band called Incognito.
Incognito, yeah.
Yeah, well, Bluey, the leader of Incognito, he had his own studio. He happens to be my nephew.
Oh, cool.
You know, and he invited me to one of his studios while he was putting an album for Incognito called Amplified Soul.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right. He invited me there, and when I went in that studio, I saw his guitar. I said, "Hey, man, have a quick look at this." So I was playing. He said, "Hey, man, come put something down," you know.
Yeah.
But the way those guys were working, you know, was just like so amazing, you know.
You worked with Vidali for a while, Michael.
Yes.
What could you tell us a bit about that experience and the band?
Yes. Leaving the 80s behind after having gone through the funk scene and all that, I started to get interested in the blues, you know. And John Campbell contacted me. He said, "Hey, man, I met this young guy, you know, Michael Vidali, you know, he's a great guitar player. You know, let's get a band together." So I went and saw him. As soon as I saw Michael play, I said, "Yeah, man, no problem."
Because John had a shop, didn't he, John Campbell?
Yeah.
Well, what was that called again?
Zap Music.
Zap Music, that's right. Yeah. He's a character,
Yes.
John. And how long did that last for?
Good question. I think we went for a few years. Probably about 3-4 years, maybe. Maybe more, I don't know.
Are you still a blues man? What's your favourite genre now?
I'm kind of inclined to push towards the blues these days. Yeah.
Cool. So, other jobs throughout your life? Any?
Not really. I've always been a musician, but I was a librarian for 1 year at the Perth State Library.
Wow. Yeah, they had in Armidale, I think they had a huge break-in in the library there, and you know, all of the people in Armidale were totally shocked because they didn't know that Armidale had a library. Someone told me that joke the other day. Sorry, folks, if you're from Armidale, I don't mean to offend you in any way whatsoever. So, what would your favourite band be of all time?
Favourite band of all time? That's a very hard question because I honestly don't have a favourite band of all time because there's so many bands that I love, you know.
Yeah.
So I would say Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. Were you listening to any music in your car on the way here?
No.
No? Okay.
No, that's one thing I don't do, you know. I mean, I know that most musicians, you know, have music in their car, or when you get home, you put a CD on. With me, you know, silence is the best inspiration for me.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Is there a best band you saw live that you could tell me about, or is there a favourite?
Probably Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What Perth bands do you think you saw live that that made an impact on you?
There was quite a lot, quite a few. I would say probably Fatty Lumpkin.
Yeah. They were the days, weren't they?
Yeah.
What was your favourite TV show growing up?
I would say Popeye.
Popeye.
Tweety Bird.
Tweety Bird.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the first time we've heard Popeye and Tweety Bird.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit of Bonanza.
Yeah. They had that guy on Popeye, Wimpy, and he used to...
Brutus. The big guy.
Yeah, Wimpy was the guy, the little short, fattish guy, and he used to go, "I'll gladly pay you for a hamburger on Tuesday, today, for a hamburger today." That he started credit. That's what But eat the hamburger today, pay on Tuesday. Anyway, sorry about that, folks.
Learn something every day.
So if you were stranded on a deserted island, Gerard, you could only take one album with you. What would that album be?
Well, if I had a choice, I said, well, can I take a guitar instead?
No, you can only take an album.
Well, okay then. Well, in that case, I would say Edgar Winter, White Trash.
Wow, great. Yeah. I think that's the first time we've heard that one as well. Yeah. So what does your future hold for you? What are you doing now? Because you've had a bit of a break.
Yeah, I've had a bit of a break, and I've started playing a few gigs with Michael Videlli.
Yep.
And I've just got myself some new equipment just to get the incentive to get out there and maybe start working again.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots
So
of people.
I'm looking forward to maybe do some solo gig, maybe do some duo gigs with Tina
Yeah,
Simo.
great.
And see if I can maybe put a band back together. Yeah.
Has Tina been singing or?
Well, she has been, but these days she's just more. She's more into doing backing vocals as opposed to lead vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if she's going to have a duo with you, she's going to have to get back into the lead vocal.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Do you have any unfulfilled ambitions, Gerard?
Unfulfilled ambition. I think it's a day-to-day thing, is to try to be a better person, of course. And every day I want to be a better musician than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, when you get older, there are things that goes through your mind that wouldn't probably go through your mind if you were younger, you know. But these days,
I know about that.
yeah. maybe to record something with my son, you know.
Wow.
Something like maybe Castle Made of Sand.
Okay.
An Hendrix tune.
Yeah.
Because I know that my son
Does your
vocal on that.
Does he play or does he
No,
sing?
he's just a very hard-working man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he loves his music as
Yeah.
well, you know.
And he sings or?
He sings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fantastic. That'd be something to hang your hat on as well, wouldn't it? To actually do something with your
Yeah,
your
that would be
child,
lovely.
Yeah. Do you collect anything?
Well, I would like to think that I'm a guitar collector, but I only got 6.
Yeah.
So I can't say it's a collection. I also collect a lot of Jimi Hendrix photos.
Yeah.
You know, because I see a lot of Jimmy's photos in magazines, and they're all the same. But then all of a sudden, oh, that's a new one. That's a new one. And also, I remember being in Germany. There was a dummy band.
Yeah.
That was backing Percy Sledge.
Mm.
What I mean by a dummy band is like there was a German. They actually, it's a proper band, but they were just miming at the back of Percy Sledge.
Right.
You know, and I met one of the guys, the bass player there, which was a German guy, but I think his father was American, and he had photos of him with his parents, took snapshots of Jimi Hendrix concert in Germany in the 60s. And he was making a big business out of it because he was selling the photos.
Wow.
So I bought a couple of those photos. They were great photos.
Yeah.
Those were photos that you'd never see in a magazine or anything, you know, because they were just snapshots, you know.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I lost them.
I wonder if they become like priceless in a way, or value goes up because there's only
I lost them, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Okay, so what's your favourite guitar? You've got 6 guitars, but What do you prefer to play? Is it a Strat? Is it
Yeah, well, yeah. I think my favorite guitar would be a Strat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a man. Right, to me, that's exactly
yeah.
Strat.
I've got an hybrid Strat that I put together when I was in Powershift,
Yeah.
and that's probably my favorite guitar. You
yeah.
know, but I've got two other Strats, real ones.
Yeah. Who was all the different musicians in Powershift? That was.
Yeah, well,
Can you?
when we first started, there was Mark Greenwood
Yeah.
on drums, John Campbell on bass,
yeah.
Michael Videlli and myself.
Yeah.
That was the original line.
And you had a few changes over.
Yeah, after that, you know, I went overseas for a while, and then I came back, and Michael said, "Hey man, we're changing the band, and now we got Billy Blissett and
That's right, Bill
Roy
Blissett, yeah,
Daniels
yeah.
in the band." I said, "Yeah, cool, man, let's go."
Yeah, there's a lot of good musicians there. So, what would you put on your gravestone?
Ooh, I didn't wake up this morning. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good one, actually. I didn't wake up this morning.
I don't know. I just borrowed that from this jerk that goes, "What do you put on the blues man's gravestone?" I didn't wake up this morning.
Oh, that's funny. So, is there something we don't know about you that you want to share with us, or is there something? Yeah,
Well, not
else you
really,
want to-
apart from the fact that I'm very bad with technology.
Okay.
Very, very bad. I still can't email properly. I'm still having problems sending texts on messages on my phone. So that's a big one.
There are courses you can go to.
I
Yeah,
know.
and they're
I've
really
been
quick
through
and-
a few.
Have you?
Yes. Didn't do me any good, man.
Oh, that's quite funny. Look, is there anyone else or anything you want to talk about, Gerard? Is there someone you may have forgotten? Because I know what it's like sitting here. You got all these things going through your head.
Yeah, I know, but there's nothing I can think of at the moment that I would want to talk about.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
I think we're done, or I'm done, and he's Monique.
Yeah,
so-
you're done.
yeah, and you're
Oh,
Monique.
well, I'm Maunick, but I'm done too.
Yeah. Look, thanks for joining us. If you want to subscribe, www.theprofile.com.au. I think I got that right this time. So please subscribe to our channel and send any comments that you wish and any questions you might have. And look, Gerard, really nice to have you in here. Thank you so
Pleasure
much.
was all mine.
Thank you for coming in and sharing your story with us. It's really appreciated.
Thanks very
Cheers,
much.
mate. Mr. Gerard Maunick, out we go with the song. Thank you for joining us.
At ProCopy, we can transfer audio to CD, make CD, DVD and Blu-ray copies, transfer video to DVD, Blu-ray or HD, digitise slides and photos and supply custom USBs. You can see more details at procopy.com.au or call us on 08 9375 3902 for more information.